Greetings. Greetings for another day of iCrash. I quit Twitch. Let's hope I don't. Got the game volume turned down a little bit. I have to admit I did not rewatch. I did not rewatch the stream from yesterday to see if the levels were okay. So if they weren't, it'll just be a little. The levels will be a little bit off for a second day. And I'll try to. I will rewatch the today's stream and yesterday's stream later today. Make sure the levels are okay, and if they're not, then I will adjust them for tomorrow. Okay, we got that set up. We got our game set up. Nice and stretched. Whew. Okay. Got Twitch set up. Again, for any of you who watch me live, I don't really look at the chat that often because the stakes are too high. The stakes are too high. I gotta be looking at the road. Gotta be treating it like it's real motorcycling. But I'll look at the chat every now and then. And hopefully the people who want to chat will just stay around long enough for me to check. But if they don't, you know, whatever. Whatever. Okay, am I all ready? All ready? I'm ready. I'm back on the Isle of Man today. I've been craving it. Been craving coming back here. Been craving my nice small bike, the R6. The ZX10 is very large and very difficult to ride around, at least at my current skill level. Lately, I've been riding this ZX10 when I'm just practicing off stream and stuff like that. I love this bike. It's 2022 one, the new one. Very fun to ride, but today I'll just be doing my nice, small, highly upgraded R6. Let's get a look at it. Get a nice look at it. How do I look backwards? Not that. There we go. That's a nice looking bike. That is a nice looking bike right there. And today it's gonna carry me to the end of the stream. Treat it nice and well. Not gonna be going too fast today. I heard a good quote a while ago from Julia Cameron's The Artist's Way book, and in it, for some reason, she was talking about marathon runners, and there was this marathon runner that she met, or that she read a quote from or something, who said that when they practice running, they log 10 slow miles for every single fast mile. So they do a fast sprint mile and then 10 slow miles after that. And that really, really builds up the muscles that you need for that long distance very nicely. It's easy, doesn't wear too much on the body. And it's also a good it's a good practice regime, you know. And so I was thinking about doing the same thing with this series. A while ago I was sort of taking that into consideration where I would do 10 slow like miles, or I'd just like ride pretty slowly for a long time and then do a fast little burst every now and then. Um, but I think going forward, since I've made it just to about 60 days here, I'm at 58 days. How crazy is that? Um, Going forward, I'm gonna do 10 slow days for every single fast day. So I'll probably do the fast day on the multiples of 10. So coming up at 60 days here, I think I might do a fasty day. I might do a fast day, and then I'll do slow days until day 70, and then I'll do another fast day. And I think that fast day will probably be just me going to a track in rims and doing a whole bunch of laps for a couple hours. I think that'd be cool. And then the rest of the days I'll either spend sort of cruising around the Isle of Man here, or cruising, doing that loop in rims that I've been enjoying so much, taking all the point-to-point tracks and doing them in order, and then in order in reverse. And that's a nice 80-mile drive or so. It takes about an hour and a half if I'm going a little bit faster, about 2 hours if I'm going a little bit slower, if I'm riding at night or something. And I think that's a great distribution of speed. All right, so without further ado, let's get riding. Let's get riding in this beautiful, beautiful game. Before I get riding, though, we'll do morning. It's morning outside in Florida right now. And what's it look like outside? Looks like a nice, bright, clear, sunny day outside in Florida. So I'll get clear in the game. Now, unfortunately, in this game, I'm not going to need it too much because I'm not going to be going very fast. But in rims, I've got look up assigned to my right bumper. If that confuses you for some reason, which I would understand, I go over my sort of control layout in one of the last two videos and sort of walk through, because I've been customizing it for a while, and it's awesome, but it's very unique, I would say. But yeah, look up is assigned to my right bumper, so that when I'm in deep corners, I can like just press the right bumper and it will look up. Unfortunately, in this game, there's no way to get around that. So if we come over here, right bumper just sort of automatically looks down, and there's no way to invert it up there. See, it goes down, it doesn't go up. It's kind of upsetting, but you know, I'm not going to be using that too often right now. So anyway, let's get going. Let's start our ride. Let's start my cruise playlist. We've got Sour Times by Portishead. playing first. I'll just have that sort of quiet in the background. Now the last couple days I've been riding by putting a blanket on my desk underneath my forearms, because I noticed that it's very easy to cut off circulation after an hour or so. But I'm going to be taking some breaks today. I'm going to be taking breaks, and I'm going to be doing some workouts and stuff. I figured that combining these I Crash, I Quit Twitch streams with a sort of workout regime would kind of be fun. I was doing that for the first, I don't know, like 40 streams or so, 40 days of this series, where I would just sort of like take breaks and do some push-ups and stuff like that, but I'd like to start taking it a little more seriously and doing more varied calisthenic workouts and stuff like that. And man, this is a beautiful road. Yeah, so I'll be taking some more frequent breaks than I have been for the last 15 or 20 days. Take 5 minutes, do some push-ups, get back on the road. I don't know, 20, 30 minutes later, take another 5-minute break, do a plank, and maybe sit-ups or some sort of ab workout or something. I think that'd be kind of cool. I think that'd be kind of fun. Good for me. As I was saying though, the last couple of days I've been putting a blanket on my desktop to help with circulation and stuff in my arms, but I'm gonna see if how necessary that really is, especially if I'm getting up every once in a while and letting the blood flow through my arms and stuff while I'm working out. Oh man, I love this bike so much. I love this bike, and I love this freaking island. I love this game. So damn great. Also, I must confess, yesterday I was talking about Starfield. I was talking about, it might have been yesterday, it might have been the day before. I was talking about Starfield and how much it felt like Fallout 4 and how much I didn't like that. But I must confess, yesterday night I was playing on my own, and I really I stopped and was just like looking around and taking the game in, and I was sort of doing some parkour through the city, just jumping on random stuff, sort of as you do in a video game if you're bored. And the game just opened up to me, you know. I understood it, and I was like, this is cool. This is a giant frickin' game. Giant and well put together, it seems like. So I'm gonna return to it. I'm gonna start streaming it, but I'm gonna do my own little thing with it. And if y'all follow my Starfield streams, you'll understand what that's all about soon enough when I start doing it. If you want to join those, I'm gonna be doing my own sort of little approach to it, and that's all I'll say on it for now. You can all see that if you want later. But I think I'll be doing these streams in the morning after I wake up. These I Crashed, I Quit streams. Oh, good song. What was it? And then I'll do my Starfield streams. This is a good song. Little Nas. Yeah, I'll be doing the Starfield streams at night, sort of a couple hours before I go to bed or something. Oh, I love this game so much, and I haven't played it with a mic yet. I haven't played it with a mic. I haven't ridden my R stream, I haven't ridden my R6 while I've been able to talk yet. How cool is that? This feels much more natural than the giant monster, the ZX10. The R6 feels a lot better. It's light. It can go on any road it wants to. It's not constrained by a single direction of frickin' travel like it is in Rims or any other racing game, any other motorcycle racing game. Such a shame, man. Come on, just let me drive backwards if I want. At least give me the option to turn on the ability to drive backwards while racing. If you think it's game breaking or something, if you think people are going to drive backwards and try to ram into other players, have the option. You know, I want to. If I'm playing by myself and I'm doing time trial or something, I want to drive backwards and practice the track backwards, and just not have as many constraints. Come on. This is kid stuff. It's kid stuff. Imagine how you can have the most fun, you know? Allow people to drive backwards, allow night time if they want. I love this game so damn much. Let's go left toward Douglas. I love this game. This game is so damn fun, so damn good. And it's all because of the open world. I don't care about racing. I care about getting better at this freaking game. Driving the open world. Race Ward Studio, why oh why can't I do multiplayer on the open world? Come on now. Come on. Group rides, you know, just chilling. Why can't I turn this open world on tonight? The darkest I can get is dusk with like a rainstorm. Come on now. If the argument is that these bikes don't have headlights, my counter argument is it's open world, it doesn't matter. I don't care if I have headlights or not, just make the lighting like just enough so that you can barely see where you're going or something like that. That's fun all its own. It's its own kind of fun. And it's consequentless. It does not have consequence. It's open world. It's not a race, you know. You're just messing around. Just allow me to turn on night. Allow me to ride at night, you know. That'd be so fun. I would spend hours riding at night. Fourth gear. Getting up into fourth. Just cruising. We're just cruising today. It's a slow day. We're just cruising. Not going to be going too fast. Using our rear brake. My nicely upgraded beefy rear brake. And I got the nice top tier tires on here too. Got a few upgrades to um, my engine, I think, and my transmission. I'll stop at a mechanic stop somewhere and see exactly what I did to my bike. I do remember spending a couple days messing around with my suspension. So I've got a nicely personalized bike here with this R6. Still got ABS, traction control, anti-wheelie, engine brake all on 2. Haven't really delved deep into the ones yet. I'm gonna keep them at 2 for now. Probably keep them at 2 as I start racing and stuff like that. I don't want to risk not having anti-lock brakes when I need them. You know, need them in an emergency or something. Same with traction control. Anti-wheelie I might turn down at some point because I think I'm slightly adept, as you might say, at controlling my wheelies. Controlling that grip at the rear tire. But I'll keep it at 2 for now. Oh, good song. FF4 by Flying Lotus. Nice lo-fi type of thing. Man, I saw Flying Lotus was going and playing in Austin in October in a festival. And the festival tickets are like $400, but you can buy single tickets to single sets and single shows. And I think Flying Lotus is set with Salami Rose Joe Louis, another incredible artist, and Teebs, another incredible artist, and another couple guys that I don't think I'd heard of. Their set was $50, and that's much closer to my budget range. So I might head over there. In mid-October. Let's go over to Douglas. That'd be a fun road trip. I got a motorcycle a little bit ago. I got a Kawasaki KLR 650, 2005. But it needs some work. It was cheap, but it needs some work. It's low miles, 6,500 miles or so, but it needs some work. I don't yet have my I haven't taken the motorcycle safety course yet, so I can't get an endorsement, nor can I register my bike or get insured or any of that, so it'll be a little bit before I start riding in real life. Be a little bit before I start riding in real life. But before that point, I'll be doing some work on it. I want to change the oil, definitely. I want to, one of the blinkers, the sides of the blinkers was sort of broken, so I'm gonna learn some rudimentary wiring, electronics and stuff, and fix that blinker. It needs new tires, definitely, so I'm gonna order some new tires, order a couple tire irons, put those on myself. What else does it need? It needs a number of things done before I can ride it, but I think if I handle all that, I would definitely want to ride to Austin for that concert if I end up buying the tickets. I've seen Flying Lotus in concert once before, and I liked it. It was good. It was fun. Salami Rose was actually better, I think, in concert. they both had their own sorts of vibes, but her playing live Solani Rose was such a unique experience. It was very, very, very cool. And I'm sure Teebs would sort of be a good mix of the two. I might buy the tickets. I might not. We will see. We will see. I'm not too into concerts anymore. I went to a lot of concerts when I was in high school. I went to like 50 or something. So many damn concerts. I'm in love with music, but I like wore myself out now when I go to concerts. There's not much of a charm. It's just it's waiting. It's waiting before the concert and having to make conversation with whatever friends you brought along, you know. And then the opener comes on and they're sort of good. You're just sort of like bopping your head or whatever. And then they go off and it's another 30 minutes to an hour of waiting for the main act to come on. And you're just sitting around awkwardly looking at your friends and stuff. It's not very conducive to conversation, the concert atmosphere. And if the place isn't conducive to conversation, for some reason, I just don't know what the hell I'm supposed to be doing. And it's a little uncomfortable. And to me, at my age and with my experience of concerts, the music at this point just isn't worth that uncomfortability. At one point it was. At one point the excitement of the music was enough to bolster me through those uncomfortable moments. But after a while it just wears the shine wears off, you know, and you're just left with the uncomfortable moments. It's awful, but it's true. It's true. But with the festival atmosphere, there's much less of that waiting in between. With the festivals, it's bang, 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 one after the other, and so that's a little less pronounced. That uncomfortability is not as much there in the festival atmosphere. And you can even go and get food or something if you want. So I might go. I might go. I love this game. I love this game. And Austin would be such a great motorcycle road trip. Come on now, that's like 10-hour drive or something. Break it into 2 days, 5 hours, 5 hours. Maybe do like 2.5 hours in the morning. I have no idea how long I'm going to be able to ride uh, in like long stretches. I've heard the KLR 650 is an amazingly comfortable bike to ride on road trips. But I've never ridden a motorcycle before, so I have no idea if these streams, these long, like 3 or 4 hour streams that I'm able to do, I don't know if that's going to translate over to a real bike, even if it is very comfortable. It might though. It might. You know, it might. It very well could translate well, and I might be able to do, you know, 2.5 hour long rides in a day. You know, who knows? Maybe longer. That would be awesome. That would be extremely awesome. I mean, I'm able to ride. I play GP bikes every now and then on my laptop. I'm able to ride in that game without crashing for hours, you know. That game's harder than these games. Maybe it will translate into real life. We will see. We will see. I'm gonna try to do videos of me road tripping places, I think. And try to get a camera or something. Alright, I'm starting to feel a little bit of circulation getting cut off in my arms. So I might take a break. I might take a 5-minute break, do some push-ups or something. Second gear. But I think I will put a blanket down again. Put a little cushion on my forearms. So it's less, cuts circulation off less. Oh geez. Whoa. What's going on? Is that the circulation? Might be. Yeah, it's 30 minutes. I'm gonna take a little break. I'm gonna do some push-ups, and I'll be back in about 5 minutes. In about 5 minutes. For the YouTube stream, I will put a chapter that you guys can skip to, so that it's not just silent, you know. All right. Okay, first workout done. I was doing some diamond push-ups. Starting a beginner-friendly calisthenics routine. Okay, I put a blanket down, so my arms should be okay. Man, yesterday as I was playing Starfield, I was also thinking about, and I bought this this extension for my last Xbox controller. I've got one of those Elite controllers right now. So you have the pedals on paddles on the bottom, which is awesome for shifting gears and for allowing both your thumbs to be on both thumbsticks at all times. So I can do things like look and steer and change gears all at the same time. It's very, very nice for motorcycle games. But a while ago, before I bought the Elite controller, I experimented with another. It was like an attachment, right? An aftermarket sort of accessory that you can buy for regular controllers. That's a tough hill. I forget the name of it, I forget the brand, but it was one of those attachments it's got paddles on it, so you can it goes on the bottom of a regular controller and you've sort of got paddles. They're not very well placed. You know, they're sort of awkward on there, but you know, they're there. But the cool thing about that controller was, or about that accessory, is that it's motion activated, so you can assign one of your thumbsticks. You can assign one of your thumbsticks to the motion controls on that accessory. So if you angle your controller down, it's the same as pushing up on the thumbstick. You know, it's very cool. I used to have one of those controllers as a kid. I'd play Motocross Madness when I was like 3 or 4 years old or something, and my dad had one of those motion activated controllers. It's very, very fun. But I was thinking, the one that I've got right now, it broke for some reason. It might have been sitting out in the cold too long. That's a whole story unto itself. Oh geez, first gear. But what was I saying? Yeah, the one it's broken right now. So I'm gonna see if it fits on this Elite controller. I'm just gonna see if it fits. If it fits, then I'm gonna buy a new one. I'm gonna buy a new one, and I'm gonna put it on this, and then I'm going to be able to steer with just motion controls, with moving my controller back and forth. And so it will be that much more lifelike. At that point, it's almost like having a full sim rig on my controller. And that would make this series very, very fun. I'm going over to Michael. I don't know if this is... I hear a lot of TT riders referring to Kirk Michael. Excuse me. I hear a lot of them referring to Kirk Michael. And I don't know if Kirk Michael is the same thing as just regular Michael in this game. I'm gradually learning all the names of the corners and stuff like that as I consume more TT content here and there. Just yesterday, um, I learned what is it? It's that corner past Douglas, past Bray Hill, past that roundabout with the tree in the middle of it. Pretty soon after that, there's a pretty iconic little corner. I've already forgotten the name of it. I gotta learn this map a little bit better. Now I've got like the mini map and stuff turned off here. Just for immersion's sake. But I think, oh, nice set of corners right there. I think if you've got the mini map turned on, it will display the name of each corner as you're going through it. And so I can just check that right now. What would it be under? General? No. Video? HUD? Yeah. Minimap, track length. No. Lap attempt, gap time, no. Opponent name, race line, start finish line. Active event, clutch. Clutch? Oh. Odometer. Task, time event, no. Music panel. I'll turn that off. Laps, attempts. Let's see. Okay. I'm not on the TT course right now. I'm on one of these side roads. So it may not have the names until I get to the TT course itself, which is coming up here in a little bit. And I'll see if it displays the name of the corner as I'm driving through it. That would be an excellent way to learn the track. Man, I was thinking a while ago when I first started this series, I was thinking that, you know, maybe I would start racing on the Isle of Man in this game, of course, around like day 100 or something like that. I think it's going to be much closer to like day 200 or something. I'm going to be racing in rims long before I start racing here. Such a dangerous course. Alright, let's see if it displays the name of this corner. No. Maybe that's only if you're in like a closed race. It will display the name of the corner. I could be talking absolute bullshit too. Anything? Nothing. Anything? Nothing. Yeah, it's distracting me at this point. Let's turn that off. Okay. Just out cruising. Just out cruising. I'm gonna go on the beach. On the coast, the coastal road. Hang off that rear brake. And let's head on down. Heading on down. I don't know why I thought Davy Todd was American. Maybe it's his mullet, but I mean, he could be. But the last time I watched a video with him, he had a British accent, so maybe he's British. I think he does BSB, doesn't he? British Superbike. I don't follow BSB, so I would not know. But I thought he was American. He's got the mullet to show for it. I love this bike so much, this R6. Everything's there right when you need it. The brakes are just beautiful. All the rear brake you could possibly want. Responsive as hell. The tires are awesome. I've invested my points exactly where I want them to go. I've got enough torque in the... Got enough torque where I want it to push against that incredible rear brake. Yeah, and it leans over like a damn tree, you know. It's right there where you want it. I've invested my points wisely, and I'm hoping that when I do eventually start racing in this game, I'll be able to win some stuff and get some more points and start upgrading those last few things that would just round this bike out as much as it can be. Get that transmission upgraded a little bit more, get the engine upgraded a little bit more, give it just a tad more power. But honestly, at this point, I don't need it, you know. I've got more than enough power than I could hope to use for the next 50 or so days of practicing. Getting better. And then at some point, I will start racing. Now, full disclosure, I've done a few races on my own off stream. I was kind of when I started out this series, I kind of wanted to have it be so that like my first experience of a race was on stream, like 150 days into this series or whatever. But I couldn't hold myself back. The temptation was too great to just try out a race, you know. And so I tried out a couple races on this exact R6. You know, seeing if I could make it all the way without crashing. And I definitely did not. I crashed every single time I tried it. Even against this 30% AI or whatever it is. It's crazy. They're riding around in 5th gear on the Isle of Man at 30%, you know. You have to be so damn fast. The AI is insanely hard if you're trying to do it, you know, like genuinely without aids and unrealistic mode and stuff like that. Really, you know, like 30% AI, you should be able to go down to like 10 or 5% if you want. Hold on a sec. Adjust the music. Goddamn. Okay, hold on. Alright. Skip that. There we go. Okay, anyway, you should be able to go down to like 10 or 5% difficulty if you want. And that should be, riding around it in third gear at like 100 miles an hour, no faster. You should be able to make it through a race like pretty confidently without crashing on easy mode. And again, if the developers think it's going to be game breaking, then just have it be like a tutorial or a training level difficulty, and don't give any awards for it. Just have it be training. Don't award any points if you win or something like that. Just allow people to ride alongside very easy AI and sort of get used to riding with other people and stuff. I know I play these games very unlike anyone else that I've seen, but I'm sure there are other people who play this game similarly to how I do, and just, don't stream it, don't make YouTube videos about it and stuff like that. I mean, if you look at my view counts, it's understandable why no one makes videos like this and get no fucking views. I don't really care. I have boatloads of fun doing this on my own. But yeah, make it more beginner friendly for racing. I want to take a race seriously. I want to go about it with trying not to crash at all. See if I can do clean races. But if I put it on the easiest AI available, they just blow me out of the damn water. They're going full throttle 6th gear on the Isle of Goddamn Man. It's unreasonable. It's unreasonable. It is unreasonable. So much potential for these games. So damn much potential. Give me a multiplayer open world. Give me easy AI that I can learn with. The whole thing. Like if I could, man, if they have like, well, if I could do races where I was just like driving this fast next to AI and stuff like that, that would be so entertaining. That would be immensely entertaining for these streams, these I Crash I Quit Twitch streams. But they don't allow it. They don't allow it. So it'll be another 100 days, another 150 days before I start riding alongside AI, and then that's gonna be its own whole learning curve. I'm only learning how to ride by myself right now, and so when I start racing next to AI and stuff, it's gonna be a whole another learning curve. It's gonna be learning how to tuck in behind people and learning how to overtake and stuff like that. I would so much rather start that learning process right now at very low speeds, but nope, you cannot do that. You are prohibited. I wish I could just mod games, man. I wish I could mod any game that I wanted. I wouldn't sell the mods, so I wouldn't allow people to download the mods. I would just do it, sort of as, I see this series sort of as a TV show type of thing. Like a mix between a TV show and now that I've got a mic, like a podcast as well, right? And I would just sort of, I would treat that modding process, like modding in unbelievably easy AI I would view it sort of as set design almost, you know. Um, you know, like big TV show developers spend hours and hours doing set design, lots of money on sets, on costume design and stuff like that. I would view those sort of those mods that would improve the quality of these streams sort of as the same thing as set design or something. I don't know, but every time that I've tried to learn coding, every time that I've tried to learn computer things, it bores the hell out of me. It bores the hell out of me. I don't know if I'm going at the process wrong. I did try to learn Python a long time ago, about a year ago or a year and a half ago or something. And I made it pretty far. I got to the point where I was just starting to understand object-oriented programming. And I was just starting to understand how you make objects and stuff. And the math was really holding me back because I hadn't done math in a long, long time. In high school, I did well in pre-calc and trig, but I could not get my head around calculus for whatever reason. A lot of it was probably, you know, the teaching style and the atmosphere of high school and stuff like that. But yeah, I hadn't done math in a long time, so I didn't even really have that good of an understanding of algebra anymore, to be honest. I just forgot a lot. And so when like very rudimentary level mathematical things started showing up in programming, it was talked about in the textbook that I was going through, just sort of like assumed. It was sort of like a given that you understood these rudimentary mathematical concepts that were necessary for functions and all that. And I just didn't get them. I didn't get them. You know, there was a brick wall separating me from learning more because I didn't understand that rudimentary math that goes into basic programming. And so recently, I got very into the math sorcerer, I think his name is on YouTube. And I got one of those basic algebra textbooks and devoured it. And so I started learning some math recently, and now I'm onto pre-calculus, and I'm just starting to learn functions on and all that. So I think next time I'm gonna try to learn coding again. I'm gonna reattack it, and I'm confident that it's gonna be a little smoother. It's gonna be a little smoother when I go back to it, because I'll understand a lot more of what they're talking about when they talk about this sort of basic math stuff. Yeah, so hopefully at that point I will be able to start just doing basic mods and stuff like that. That would be very fun, and I'll be able to improve the quality of these streams and sort of the entertainment level of them and stuff. But I have no idea. I have no idea what is available for modding in these non-mod friendly games like these motorcycle games. You know, compared to Skyrim or any of those Bethesda games where they have like the creation engine or creation kit. There's like a dedicated modding software that Bethesda makes for their games so that it makes modding much easier. I don't know how difficult it is to mod a game that isn't modding friendly like that. It would be very, very cool if I could actually do it in this game. All right, let's stop up here. Let's take a look through my bike. Okay. So I've got good brakes. I've got good tires. I've got, I think blue is the first level, right? No, green. Excuse me. Green is the first level. So I've got a decent transmission. I've got a decent shock absorber in the back. I've got a decent fork in the front. Decent chassis. And I've got an entry-level engine. Entry-level fairing. So there's definitely a lot more power that I could get out of this, and there's better transmission that I could throw on it once I start racing. But man, these tires and these brakes, they are amazing. Alright, hold on a sec. I'm sitting pretty close to my monitor right now, so I'm gonna adjust my camera. And I'm actually going the wrong way right here. So we'll turn around. Alright, I'm gonna take a drink of water as well. Camera. No, it's already zoomed out a good bit. Yeah, well, we'll keep that. Alright, take a drink of water. It's about an hour into. I might do my second workout break. Yeah, I'll do that real quick. Alright, I was just doing some scapula push-ups. I have no idea if I was doing them right. Did not feel like I was doing them right, but you gotta start somewhere. Next I'll be doing Bulgarian split squats. Sort of one-legged squats. Working out is fucking tough. It's fucking tough. Okay. Let's get positioned. Let's take a sip of water. Let's set off. I'm gonna keep going around the mountain course, I think. And take a drive through the mountains. Be able to get up to some slightly higher speeds up there. Get up into third gear, fourth gear again. It'll be fun. I love these lighter 600s so much, and just throw them around. Excuse me. Excuse me. Sorry about that, folks. But there's no avoiding it. Getting up into third gear down here already. We're just cruising. We're just out cruising. We're looking, we're spotting our lines. We're paying attention to our focal point. Keeping it nice and far in the distance. Oh man, I was reading that, I was talking about that Burnt Spiegel book a couple days ago. I was talking about, it's called The Upper Half of the Motorcycle. It's all about psychology and different psychological concepts that apply to riding. And and he was talking about, when I was reading yesterday, he was talking about, what was he talking about? He was talking about, oh man, that was bad. He was talking about, oh yes, looking. And the very interesting thing that he brought up was that you want to, when you're looking at your line, what you want to be doing is like projecting yourself into the future, and like where your eyes look, you want to picture yourself. You want to picture yourself on the bike actually riding through that area. So like right now I'm looking at this curve coming up right here, sort of, and here I'm looking at the crest of that hill, and here I'm looking at that bend coming up, and then the bend after it. And what I want to be doing when I'm looking up there is I want to be picturing myself and picturing the motorcycle just sort of cruising along in front of where I actually am. And so that leaves sort of your more unconscious self, your more automated self, as Spiegel puts it. It leaves your subconscious, unconscious, automated self to sort of do the work of taking care of the details of the very minor things that you need to be paying attention to on the bike itself. So the feedback that you're getting from the bike and stuff, you don't want that to be conscious. You want it to be just sort of automated in the background, and you want to focus your consciousness up ahead. You want to picture yourself as a rider just about 2 seconds in front of where you actually are. I thought that was a very, very nice idea. I'm gonna go right here. Not doing the mountain course. I'm gonna cut through, get out to that highway up in the mountain course, but I'm gonna do it sooner. Can't wait. And I also want to drive through this nice valley road right here. I love this road. If I recall correctly, my very first stream of this game, I actually focused pretty highly on this exact road. It might have been this road, it might have been another one of these, but I know in the first couple streams I focused highly on this road because there's this beautiful there's a beautiful back and forth sort of chicane type of thing, followed directly by a very beautiful switchback, double switchback, very technical, and I loved practicing that. Getting into these higher gears. I'm gonna try to focus my efforts on picturing myself riding through, just riding through ahead. You know, that might actually be good training for racing. Like if I picture myself as a rider in front of me, where I'm looking, that would be very good training for falling in behind people and like just sort of like you hear about racers giving each other toes when they're racing. Like you'll hear the commentator saying like a faster rider is towing a slower rider. And there's interesting theory behind it that Spiegel also talks about in his book. How you can improve like seconds at a time if you follow a faster rider. And I think picturing myself as a bike in front of me who's already made it to these to where I'm looking, I think that'd be great mental training for actually doing that in real life when I'm actually following a faster rider. So to get my mind trained on where I'm supposed to be looking and stuff. Here we go. Here's this nice part. This beautiful chicane here. Yoink. Yoink. And then this beautiful double switchback right up here. Rear brake. And up. Look. It's pretty nice. Not too bad, not too bad. I've done better. Rear brake. Wow. Man, I'm kind of sore from those push-ups. My arms don't really... Oh, they're not as sensitive as they were before. Just be a little more careful. Go a little slower. Doing the push-ups does definitely simulate sort of the arm pump that you would get from riding for a while. So I'm sure that's good. Good to train with it. Oh, that was nice. Ooh. Just cruising with some arm pump. Listening to Deadmau5, Strobe, a classic Deadmau5 song. I've got my music going very quietly in my ear right now. Zoom, zoom, zoom. I love this road so much. Even after the switchbacks and stuff, this little twisty bit is very nice. Very flowy. And here I think we're kind of coming up on the highway. The Bungalow. This is the Bungalow. It's another section of track that I know the name of. Now, which direction do they come from? I think they come... Do they come from that direction, or do they come from over here? I think... Which direction do they come from? I think they come from that direction. Drive in. They do a little zoop. And then a little zoop up here, or is it the opposite? No, I think it's definitely the opposite. I think they come in... Yeah, we can verify this very quickly if we look at the map. Yeah, so I'm going backwards right now. So they do come in and go toward Victory Cafe from this direction. Like, shoop. And then they come in like so. Like that. How do I look behind myself? I don't know. We can get up to some faster speeds out here. Get up to 100 or so. And the flatter bits. Drag that rear brake. Speed it on up a little bit. Got a corner. Double. Triple. Now I heard a while ago, I think Guy Martin was commentating one of his laps. He was talking about some triple left-hander that you could chain into a single corner. I think that was the one that he was talking about. Oh, damn. I think that was the one that he was talking about. So you can chain those three corners together. picture myself up there. Might have been this one. Nah, that's more sweeping. Yeah, that was nice. Getting up into the slightly higher speeds. Not trying to push it too much today. Just out for a nice chill cruise. Little wheelie. Just the littlest wheelie. That was a little panicky right there. But we'll turn off. Explore this the setting for the Clips course. I was practicing for the Clips course a while ago, but it's a little bit too hard, you know. It's over my my skill level at the moment. I had a couple close calls when I was practicing. I think my first racing is going to be in rims. It's going to be on 1,000, but it's going to be on a track, you know. The 1,000cc aspect of it is going to definitely be hard, and I definitely need to practice, but I think I'd rather do a closed track, short circuit, on 1,000cc sooner than I would do a much more difficult, much more dangerous course like anything on the Isle of Man on a 600. You know what I mean? It's no runoff anywhere, no room for mistake. Just not quite ready for it yet. I need to build up quite a few skills before I attack this in a race. I do love this road though. I'm gonna go straight up to Laxey. I'm not picturing myself in front of myself. Alright, I'm starting to go a little bit faster. I'm gonna cool it down a little bit. I think I'm going a little bit too fast for my liking right now. Yoink. Just doing a chill ride today. Not trying to break any land speed records. That was a nice corner. And one of the sort of hang-ups that I think I'm running into with this picturing myself in front of me is that I don't really know what bikes look like when they're riding in front of me, because I spend so much damn time riding alone. I don't know what it would look like if a bike was riding in front of me at the same speed that I was going. What would that look like? I've got an imagination. I can picture it if I need to. That was a nice bit of road. Ooh, too fast, too fast. I cannot stop myself from going fast. I'm not going that fast though. I'm warmed up, you know. I've let myself sort of sink into the motorcycle at this point. I just need to watch myself on those blind corners. And pay attention to how shaky my arms are from working out. If they're shaking, I don't want to push myself too much. Whoa. Nice. You know what? I'm not going to go fast. I'm only going to picture. I'm going to only picture myself riding in front of me. At cruising speed, only do that. I'm picturing myself riding a lot closer to the apex of corners than I actually am. Let's picture myself going into this apex. And into this one. That was kind of nice. That was kind of nice. Staying outside, then going in. And back outside. Keep it in second gear. Going to that apex. Not really there. This one. See, I'm picturing myself at the apex, but I'm not picturing the lead up to the apex. I'm not picturing setting it up, starting from outside, going in. No, please. Please not this song. Definitely not this song. Nope. I'm taking that one out of this playlist. No, thank you. No, thank you. Does not fit whatsoever. Where is it? Where is that blasted song? Blast. There it is. Remove. Thank you. Oh. We're 30 minutes in from the last workout. I'm going to pause again real quick. I'm going to do some squats. And then I'll come back. I'll be right back. Okay. Okay. Did some Bulgarian split squats. Those were very fun. Good for practicing balance. Alright, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's keep. Let's be careful. Let's be careful. Another thing I read, I've been practicing clutchless shifting as much as you can do that in these games. I've been practicing clutchless shifting, sort of trying to, because you can't really do it in these games. And, there's no real feedback from the transmission or anything like that. But you can sort of tell when you mess up a shift in these games, because it'll jerk a little bit more than if you do get your shift right. But I was reading in the book last night, in Bernd Spiegel's book, that clutchless shifting is actually better for your motorcycle if you do it right, but that racers don't clutchless shift because for some reason at higher RPMs it's worse on the engine than at lower RPMs. I don't exactly know why that would be. The explanation that he gave in the book was that there's not enough time for the transmission to stop at high RPMs. Like there's not enough time for the gears to stop turning in order to shift into one another. But at 8,000 RPM, I feel like that's very fast for gears to be turning, and so I don't really understand that. I don't understand why it's different at 12,000 than at 6,000 or 8,000. And I don't know if it'd be different for a 600 compared to 1,000, because 1,000s can usually just get up to 10 or 12,000 RPMs, while 600s get up to 16,000 and stuff like that. I don't know if it's less possible to do it even at low RPMs for 600s, because low RPMs is 8,000 RPMs, But I'll find that out soon enough once I start getting into motorcycles in real life. But yeah, he was talking about how what was he talking about? He was talking about What was he talking about? He was talking about, he's talking about something. I don't know what the fuck he was talking about. I'm tired. I'm tired. He was talking about how it's much, much easier to clutchless shift, and actually only really possible to clutchless shift going up the gears if you're accelerating enough. So if you're accelerating, when you let when you close the throttle, there's enough of a relief on the transmission for the clutchless shift to function properly. But if you're not accelerating, then the relief, you're sort of engine braking already if you're not accelerating enough. So the relief on the transmission is not as pronounced as it would be if you're accelerating quickly. Accelerating hard, I guess would be a good word for it. Yeah, that was nice. So there are different cases in which clutchless shifting would work or would not work. That was bad. If you're not accelerating, you might have to use clutch. I'm not sure about decelerating. I don't know if blipping works in every situation for clutchless shifting, or if there are some instances when you're shifting back down the gears, if blipping is universally good for the engine, good for the transmission. I'll take this little side street right here. Rear brake, get me around. I wish that there were two triggers, one on top of the other on the left side of the controller, so that I could do clutch on one trigger and rear brake on the other, but nope. Again, I need to skip this song. Oh, fuck me, I'm tired. I'm tired. Alright. I'll be taking a break in a little bit and doing my last workout of the stream, which will be planks, elbow planks. I'll be doing, I don't know how long I'll be doing. I'll be going until my muscles are sore. And then I'll be ending the stream, I think, in 2 hours or so. But it's been great to be back on the island, man. We'll go right. We will go right. Back toward Douglas. Douglas. And I've got a nice hyper song playing right now, so we'll cruise a little bit. We'll get up into these higher gears. Get up into third. Up into fourth. Be very attentive to where I'm going. Get that nice brake. Third. Careful. That's a little too low. First gear is crazy on these 600s. You get so much damn torque. It's just twitchy as hell. You kind of have to stay in second. I don't know if that's the same for thousands. Like once you get pretty skilled with thousands, I don't know if first gear is sort of meaningless in those as well. But it's definitely sort of meaningless in these 600s. It's just sort of to get yourself off the starting line, I'm sure, and then the rest of the time you're just hanging around in second gear, even on very sharp corners. Unless you're going uphill, like there's a couple of those switchbacks where second gear is just a little too boggy, you know, when you need to get down into that first gear. It's just a little bit too boggy. It's bogging down. Gears are tripping over themselves. Alright. A good song. Got some Kendrick Lamar Mama playing. I love this damn game. Ooh. That's a little too much. A little too fast. A little bit too fast. A little bit too fast. Gotta remember to picture myself on the bike in front of me where I'm looking. Try to picture the bike in front of where it actually is. Picture myself staying on the outside for here, waiting, and then cutting in for the apex. But there was no cut in there at all. No cut in at all. I'll try it again for this corner up here. Picture myself on the outside, just lag on the outside, and cut on in. To the apex. See, the apexes here are kind of weird because you've got a stone fucking wall on your left side. So you don't really want to get too close to the apex, but back here. Nope. There we go, with that. Stay to the outside, and cut in, back to the out. Staying to the out, cutting in. It's a little nicer. A little bit nicer. Up into the higher revs out here. Yes, please. Yes, please. Cutting in. The suspension is still... It's not quite where I want it to be. I did some tuning on the suspension a while ago. It's not quite where I want it to be. It's twitchy. It's too twitchy for what I like. I want something a little smoother that can deliver me into those apexes as I want them. I'm just about to finish that upper half of the motorcycle book today, I think. I've got about 15 pages left in it. And after that, I'm going to start that suspension book that I bought. I bought a suspension tuning book, a whole thing on suspension tuning. And so I'm going to read that and I'm going to be able to start understanding what the hell compression is, what the hell spring hardness does, what the hell rebound does. I'm going to start understanding all that, top to bottom. I'm going to understand the difference between adjusting the front, the forks, and the shock absorber in the rear. And these streams will benefit greatly in quality, I think. I'll be able to actually drive as I want to. I mean, that's that, and the gear ratios are really the last things that I can do on this bike and on the bike in Rins Racing. It's really the last thing I can do because I'm sort of out of money in both games for more upgrades. I've some money left in this game. I could probably upgrade my engine and my transmission a little bit more if I really needed to. But aside from that, I would have to start racing. You know, I'd start to have to start racing and earning some money in the game if I wanted to go much further or try different bikes and stuff like that. But before that point, I can adjust suspension a good bit to improve the bike, fit it a little bit more to my needs. I got this other book a long time ago called Motorcycle Dynamics by Vittore Cossalter, I think his name is. He's Italian. And it's an incredible book. It's an incredible book. It goes all over the physics of how motorcycles work and stuff like that. I've only gotten about halfway through it. I could understand the section on tires, and the section on tires was incredibly cool. It's talking all about how springy tires are, how much they act like springs if you're using them properly, if they're at the right temperatures and stuff like that. I'll turn right here. How springy tires are and how much they twist and stuff like that. That was incredibly cool. And then it talked about aerodynamics a little bit, and I could kind of follow that. I didn't totally understand it though, and then it started talking about suspension, and that's where it lost me. It lost me in suspension. It was talking about sprung masses, unsprung masses, and I could not frickin' understand that. I don't know what sprung masses are. I think a sprung mass, if I was understanding it properly, a sprung mass is it'd be the motorcycle itself, right? And then the unsprung mass is the wheel, I think, right? The wheels. And so they're unsprung because you can still push them up into the sprung mass, which is the bike. But I could be totally wrong about that. I could be totally wrong about that. Woo. Yeah, so it lost me, and I'll revisit it after I read this book on tuning suspension. I think that'll unlock some of the meaning in that chapter. And we'll help me get past it, because after that it starts talking about the dynamics of motorcycles in turns, and that's when shit starts getting crazy. That's when you get into like the real physics behind counter steering, the real physics behind like low speed corners and stuff like that. That stuff is fucking interesting, man. Very, very excited to start reading that stuff. Oh, good song, good song. We got, what's the song? We got Sanssouci Palace by Milo playing. Milo is a very nice rapper, sort of underground. Okay. Alright, we're about 2 hours into this stream. I think I'm gonna do some planks. Take another little workout break. I'll do some planks, and then I'll come back and I'll do a little cool down. I'll ride through the mountain roads or back to Douglas or something like that. And then that'll be the stream. That'll be the stream for the day. I'm tired. Alright. I'll be back in a few minutes. Alright, so that's a big never mind on that one. That was way too difficult. My muscles are very sore from the workouts that I've already done today, so I will not be planking. But I will be cooling down, and I will be ending the stream soon anyway. Okay. Let's go. Let's go over to Douglas. I was going into that plank right there and it's just shaking like a motherfucker. My whole body. My quads were sore. My arms were sore. My core was sore. All good signs. All good signs. Picture myself on the outside, cutting in. I should pay a little bit more attention to cutting in and apexing after I see my exits. Now, Canyon Chasers talks a lot about that. About apexing after you see your exit, and so I'm going to pay a little bit closer attention to that. So start on the outside here, picture myself going in. That was before I saw my exit though, it was before. On the outside, cutting in, I see my exit. Got a nice fast straight here. Getting up into 6th motherfucking gear. nice and bumpy. Cut it back a couple for this long sweeping corner. Pushing myself on the outside. I see my exit, cutting in a little bit, not too much. Tucking in. Getting out banked at 5th. Picture yourself on the outside. I see my exit, cutting in. Outside, cutting in. Alright, and then I wanna loop this section up here a few times. Just for a cooldown. Just for a quick cooldown. Oh, just be cruising. I don't wanna go too fast right now. I am fucking tired. Crazy how tired I am right now. You know, yesterday I was like both tired and wired at the same time. And I told myself that I wasn't gonna have coffee again in the morning. But I had coffee again. I saved a little bit from yesterday, saved half of the coffee, and I had that second half of the coffee this morning before I started writing. I wonder if that is the culprit. I wonder if I'm crashing from the caffeine. I am fucking tired though. Let's be careful. Let's just cruise. Cruise, cool down. Just cruise on into the end of the street. Ooh. Yeah. The bike's a little too twitchy. I wanna understand suspension better. I'll stay at the low revs, give the bike a little break, even though it doesn't need it because it's fake and it is 3D, but in real life, you want to give the bike a little break. You want to give the valves a break in your cooldown. Keep a low rev, higher gear. Just cooling down, just cooling down. Cooling down until the end of the stream, just doing a couple laps. Low rev, high gear. Taking it slow. Nice and smooth, nice and smooth. We'll do another lap, and then I think we will be done. Not worrying about cutting in and getting apexes and stuff, just worrying about cooling down, staying on the bike, not going too fast, not crashing, not running off the road, running into oncoming traffic or anything. Just cooling down, just cooling down. And I will be back on later tonight. I will be streaming Starfield. I don't think I'm going to upload those Starfield streams to YouTube, and that will be explained. That will be explained in the stream later. I'm doing some sort of special thing with Starfield, I think. I'm gonna play it my own way. I heard some things. I heard I think it was on the Lex Friedman podcast that Todd Howard was doing. I heard him talking about how he and the team over at Bethesda were designing Starfield to sort of be played for, like 10 years. Because Skyrim's 12 years old at this point. People are still playing that. So they were sort of being self-aware with that. And that was a little too wide. Being self-aware and, trying to design the game to be played very, very long term. So I'm going to take them up on that. I'm going to play the game very slowly, play it at my own pace, and do my own sort of thing with it. Maybe it'll be interesting to people, maybe it won't be. I'm not totally concerned about that, though. Because I like doing it. Alright, so that's the stream. I'll be back on later today, probably 8 hours or so, something like that. Thank you for watching, any and all who watched.